Alright, so Draco in the Discord just challenged me to defeat Russia and Mongolia simultaneously. It is 11:39. I'm gonna see if I can do this right away. I think it'll be very difficult, but I'll give it a shot. I think I can definitely get rid of China very easily. Because with China you have this very easy exploit. That's what Spiff would call it. If you conquer this territory in China, you can immediately surround the capital, Beijing. And so that's what I'm gonna try and do. If I can plan to abandon my old capital and conquer this area in the same turn, I think I'll be able to take over China and at least get one of them out of the game, and then I can take over Russia afterwards. What I'm doing now as well is I'm planning a conquest of Tianjin. This is out of reach right now, like I can't conquer it, but if luck is a lady, I might be able to conquer it anyway, because I'm not sure how the order of conquest works exactly. I think it might be random, but sometimes you're lucky and things just happen to go the right way. I usually only do this when I'm a really big country like the US with a lot of power. Like US is like top of the leading board at the start of the game 2024 scenario, and you can easily just enter and conquer Canada. But I'll see what happens. Hopefully this works. Right, so I've abandoned all of that. I conquered that. Now the moment of truth. If I conquer this, it should execute before the Chinese turn. Because again, the Chinese have... People's Republic of China is 1589. Alright, so yeah, I did it. China is gone. Now they just have these provinces. The only thing is if I only plan a conquest and don't do anything else, there is a chance that they might conquer Tianjin before I can take over their territory. Russia currently can't reach me because they are more than 2 water tiles away, so I'm out of reach from them. So I'm safe from them. The only thing is China. And yeah, I just have to get lucky, really. They fortified Beijing, so it's very expensive for me to conquer. And now China's gone from 1500 down to 574, so they're gonna have less power to play with, and will probably play more conservatively. I'll see if this works. It might not work at all. It's funny as well. You can see how they fortified everything around this area. China never used to do that. The AI never used to do that. It was very bad at fortifying, but somehow Vincent programmed the game so that they actually fortify successfully, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna take this province and see what happens. Alright, so onto go take Tianjin as well. Yeah, see, there you go. Looks like they made some more complicated plans. Okay, now Russia's also in the mix. Oh, I can break through here. You know what? That's actually the better move right now. If I break through this province, it is gonna take over all of these surrounding places. And so and the breakthrough, they always execute before the conquests. So I should be able to take it just fine. I don't know why China just got it. That seems like it's a bug. Really, I should have gotten it. And then... Or maybe they broke through Hubei. I think that's what happened. So I broke through Inner Mongolia, taking over this territory and all the surrounding territories. And they broke through Hubei, which let them take over Inner Mongolia after I broke through here. Man, that's wild. I think I really got lucky there. But yeah, so it is doable to just take over these starting provinces repeatedly. Now I should be able to focus, I think, on Russia. These provinces are decolonized, so they'll definitely go through here. Okay, and we've got another breakthrough. Always, always, always. Well, almost always, not always. Usually, if you can do a breakthrough, you should do a breakthrough. It's just better. Simple as. Alright, so breaking through this province is going to also take over these two. And then China is gone from the game. I can focus only on Russia. As long as no other countries declare war on me, hopefully. I'm actually gonna accept this friend request. I'm not gonna make any friend requests of my own. I think it's a bit of a hassle. But it is worth accepting enemy friend requests if they send them. Attacking through here is actually kind of dangerous. I mean, it's good because it would protect this province. And for some reason my capital is here. I should really move it. Let's make this my new capital. Conquering through here is advantageous because it protects my core, my heartland. But I really should be trying to conquer more of these coastal provinces if I can. I just can't afford it right now. Except for that one. I'm gonna go for this province and keep the power cost low. Yeah. So, accepting the friend request from Great Yuan. Declaration of friendship, if you want to be terminologically correct. It doesn't cost anything right now. I don't know if this will be changed later in Conquest. For now, it's fine to do so. Oh, well, shit. There goes all my hard-won conquests. Bloody Korea. Yeah, I guess I'll take over Korea first as well, and then continue with Russia. This could have easily been prevented if I just pieced out all my surrounding countries. Russia wants a truce. I say no. Alright, let's hope that this is okay. Yeah, I don't want to have a truce with Russia. I want to try and stay at war with them continuously and destroy them. Breakthroughs always cost 500 minimum. They increase in cost for each surrounding province attached to it. But the breakthrough cost is never less than, never more than what you have available. Alright, it looks like all of these spots have been taken. Russia can reach me now, so my focus should be on conquering through here. If I can. I just accepted a friend request from Great Yuan, who undeclared friendship with me the turn before. The AI is a bit silly like that sometimes. It looks like Russia is also dealing with a war on another front. Couldn't check the diplomatic mode. Yeah, they're fighting Latvia as well, so that's going to make things harder for them. For sure. And I think, yeah, they're also at war with Dzungaria. So yeah, definitely a bonus for me. Makes my life that much easier, because they're going to fight a two-front war, and that always means that the AI gets distracted. In Conquest, two-front wars or three-front wars are very dangerous, because it means you've got a lot of countries who spend less power than you, so their turns execute earlier than yours. And also their power can combine to be more than you in total. More than yours in total. So yeah, definitely, if you're in a situation like Russia is right now, try and concede defeats, and figure out how to fight each country one-on-one and defeat them in detail. North Korea just declared war on me. They keep doing that, I don't know why. Okay, I'm in a little bit of a dangerous situation again. They took over my capital, and so my capital moved inland. That means that these coastal provinces can be cut off, which isn't good. So I'm gonna try do this. Odds are that their turn would execute earlier, though. So maybe for now I'm actually instead gonna break through here. Just to keep using the breakthrough mechanic when it becomes available. And then hope that they take something else I can break through. Yep, there we go. So they took Tianjin, and so now I can break through Tianjin. Now here's hoping that they take over one of these 3 provinces so I can break through there when they take them over. Okay, no breakthrough available just yet, but we're good. It's not the end of the world. I'm gonna move my capital here. Yeah, there you go. And while I'm at it, I might as well, like, I'm spending my full power pretty much, so I might as well start specializing this spot. The specialization becomes more expensive the more provinces are attached to a place. Developing the Mongolia region is very expensive, but developing this region is very cheap. Apparently this is also its own region because I conquered it from the sea, so specializing here will also be cheap. Fields. Actually, I was going to make it a coastal specialization, but Beijing wouldn't benefit from that, so field specialization is probably better. Yeah, so this turn, power min-maxing isn't the most important, so I just used up the full thing. And hope that the aid doesn't ruin my day too badly. Okay. There's nowhere else I can break through. I'm just gonna keep sticking to the coast. Not spend too much, not spend too little. This is actually cheaper and better for me to do, so I'm gonna conquer these 2. Yeah, so this is taking a little bit longer than conquering France and Germany as Luxembourg. Which is to be expected. This is more difficult, but I think I made life the most difficult for myself by refusing to make peace requests with players. I feel like it's a bit cheaty. Honestly, I probably would have been done by now with conquering Russia if it hadn't been for these other countries which keep declaring war on me. If for example, like if Japan declares war on me right now, they're second in the world and they have so much power they can use and abuse. It makes it easier to fight the war against them once they start, but it makes them more likely to declare war on me because I'm one of their only surrounding nations with a lot less power, and it means that they can take a lot from me all at once if they do. So yeah, here's hoping that they send me a friend request, an alliance request, a friendship request, and they don't attack me right back. Oh, I forgot to press ready. I was just waiting for that to pop off. Oh, they did accept my ownership request though of Inner Mongolia. So I have none of my original core provinces, funnily enough. But that's okay. Mongolians historically have always been a nomadic society. I'm just one of the many Mongol rulers which took over control of part of China. It feels like a thing which would have happened at some point in history in real life. Okay. Yeah, just keep exchanging the provinces you already got. You really want to get down that stability and break through if you can. Yeah, see, like this place, God, would not want to live here right now. It seems like a fairly terrible spot to be if you can avoid it. Yeah, I'm just going to keep conquering them one at a time. They did very well in fortifying again. And this is also snow terrain. Or tundra. And those are also some of the hardest terrains to conquer in the world. Which makes sense, you know? You don't want to be fighting war in snowy northern Russia. Like, Siberian invasion seems like a terrible, terrible idea. And wouldn't recommend it to anyone. I can actually afford to conquer 2 provinces all at once. With 2 places. Let's see if that works. Yeah. Okay, I can't actually plan anything else besides one thing, so I'm gonna keep it coastal. According to my previous recommendations. In fact, I'm going to try and conquer these islands if I can. Conquering islands... I've noticed a tendency for the AI not to conquer islands as quickly. They tend to go for bordering places more often than not. I also don't really need to worry about my power right now, so I'm going to see if I can develop. Developing Tianjin because... once it's developed once, it's going to get much cheaper, and Northern Korea for the same reason. Yeah, Russia's definitely focusing on its other wars. With any luck, the AI here, Lithuania, might actually be able to cut off the Russian capital. Moscow is one of those capitals, which is again very, very easy to cut off when you're playing against AI. Like a smart player would immediately move their province to any of these coastal provinces, or better yet, one of the islands, and then they wouldn't have the issue. But the AI doesn't know to move its capital, and so you can easily just surround it and then cut off and isolate the rest of Russia. Okay, this time I'm just gonna auto-dev. It should do a good job of assigning that well. Although I have noticed that it often does the cheapest available option when there could be something more efficient. Like, for example, developing Southern Korea is much more efficient than developing this area. Not sure what the exact mechanic is behind how developed is assigned by this auto development button in the country panel, but it means that I always do quickly check for one of the provinces and shuffle it around a bit after pressing the button, if I'm trying to optimize, that is. I can still afford 1 specialization. I think this place is going to be coastal provinces again. I'm usually, if I'm playing a different country, not at Y, I will go for... Oh, there we go. They somehow managed to cut off Moscow. I feel like the the war against Russia is pretty much done. Let's see what happens with AI. Oh, that's wild. Yeah, okay. They just gonna slowly grind them down. I feel like this game hasn't ended until Russia is dead, so we're just gonna wait for that real quick. Hopefully they just get crushed. Yep, there we go. That's Russia gone. Alright, the Great Yuan just declared war on me. You know what, let's finish this game off by reconquering the core Mongolian heartlands. I feel like that's only right. Just cut them off here again. Just good. Always good to cut off an enemy if you can. Odds are I'm not going to manage to conquer this place because they'll conquer Inner Mongolia first. Yeah, there you go. But somehow I did manage to conquer it after all, because the turn order was lucky. Right, I'm just going to plan 354, hopefully I colonize this spot before anyone else does. Yeah, nope, China got it. I mean, Japan got it. Oof. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother trying to develop that. I'm gonna try and colonize this. I don't want to have Japan getting more of my land. Yeah, there you go. They took this province too. So just gonna keep requesting ownership from them. They didn't actually attack me this term, which just seems odd. I was really expecting them to conquer one of these two provinces, and then for us to exchange it again. In these kinds of scenarios, this is exactly what the breakthrough mechanic was designed for. And what often happens is you get into stalemate back and forth with an AI or a player, just exchanging one bit of territory. That's what used to happen like a couple months ago, back when breakthroughs weren't implemented yet. And so now what happens is, if they ever decide to conquer this place, I would be able to break through it eventually if we exchange hands back and forth several times. Seems like they're not doing it. Oh no, there they go. Yeah, so at this point, I've conquered most of the Great Yuan territory. You can see my war score is 4. At that point, they start requesting truces and white pieces, which would basically reset us to the status quo or have a temporary truce. Right now, it's very unlikely that they would accept conceding defeat. And I don't want a white piece, because that would just reset things to pre-war borders. Alright, now let's just take over the Golden Horde if I can real quick. And then I feel like we'll have united the Mongolian heartland. You really gotta control these steps if you're a horde. Yeah. The reason why I'm planning these 2 conquests instead of the earlier 2 I did before is because conquering this middle province is going to cut off your Irkutsk anyways, and they're not going to be able to control it. And they'll just have the capital left. Yeah, see, there you go. Now if I plan a conquest of this spot, hopefully I can just conquer it at 1 or 2 turns, that's fine too. There we go. Now all of the Mongolian heartlands are united. I'm just gonna unite a couple of provinces to make it look prettier. This is Tianjin. Oh, nope. Selected the wrong one. There we go. Alright, so that is the Mongolia world conquest, or regional conquest, starting by attacking Russia and China simultaneously. I don't control all of Russian and Chinese territory, but I feel like it'd be child's play to defeat Kazakhstan, Tibet, and Japan, and Lithuania to capture all the remaining territory. I feel like a fun challenge would be at this point to try and take over Japan, Tibet, Kazakhstan, and Lithuania all simultaneously as well. That would be a lot harder. You can't defeat Japan using the same gimmicks because their capital is on an island which is made up of only coastal provinces. But if I were to declare war on all of them and then defeat each one in detail, focusing on them one by one, I think I could take on all 4 at once. Let me know if that's something you'd like to see. Alright, cheers.